gets closer to Lugat. So the 350Zs
53.9.
with about a 6/10 to 7/10 lead over the DC5s. It's Stewart.
That's a good battle. That's a good battle.
Oh, you're all together.
Barbado in second with a 6/10 lead over Lugat. And then a 10th of a second back is Will Ford. Going into our workers, we're looking for 14 workers. I'm thinking we're looking for Larry Brady, James King, Nelson Antunes, Christian Ship, Brian Packingham, Danny Thomas, Steve Hyman, and Jeremy Ellerby. We're looking for you for four key workers. Come running now. Jacob Dawson, key times in a 55.8 for Jacob Dawson. Looks like I missed a car. Would have been Adil Abdirali at 57.1. That's no help for him. Adil at 87. But Dawson on fourth and final good.
Well, don't touch it now. We'll touch
coming
it
up next to 56.9. Slows down by a 10th and a half there, so Kremsner stays in 8th place. And final car is going to be Brian Connors. Connors sitting in the 5th and final trophy position. Can he improve? He improves by 0.8 of a second. Moves all the way up to the 3rd. Bumps his co-driver. Actually, doesn't bump his co-driver. Gets within 19 thousandths of a second of Charles Kim. So now our top 3 drivers all in Porsche 911 GT3 version 2s, the 997 V2s. It's Salerno with a 33 thousandth lead over Connors. Connors 19 thousandths back behind Kim. And Richard Wing only a 10th and a half back from there. So 1 through 4 are totally separated by less than 2/10 of a second in Super Street. Gonna be looking for some of our drivers maybe to get up here. But Super Street, an awesome battle, super close there. 2/10 of a second separating all 4 drivers. All 4 drivers in the top 4 spots in the trophy positions. All of them in Porsches. Of course, the 997 GT3 holding on the top 3 podium positions with Salerno and Connors being split by Charles Kim. No time to determine anyone's game for tomorrow. Over in STU, we had an awesome battle there for the top spot. Barbado and Stewart. We need Dave Feiner, the car checks guy, to check in with Steve, and my mic is not cooperating right now. There we go. Oh, sorry, we need the car checks workers to check in for the next group with the chief, I should say. I'm going to talk to Barbado first. Barbado, Nick, you had the lead going in from run 1. You set an awesome pace, but you saw Stewart with that 54.1 that he coned. Did you think you were going to be able to catch that time?
You know, I'll be honest with you. When he did that run, I thought that was just about all that it had in it. I was talking to Lugat before that, and he thought there was like a 53.8, 53.9. You know, I was not really comfortable with the car. We had a great on the test scores, of course, but it got quite a bit looser. And I knew maybe with a little bit better car you could attack with it, that pace was possible. I also knew I had a lot more in it because on the first run I just kind of wanted to put in a banker. Then on the second run I kind of pushed a little bit more, and that kind of exaggerated that loose condition. But yeah, you know, when he did that time, I knew it was coming, and you know, so the goal in the last run was to try and stick a low 4 clean, and that's what popped up, and try to give us a chance tomorrow.
So Barbado answered back. You had no way to know that he took a 2/10 lead over you before that final run. What was going through your head before you hit that 53.9 smoking fast?
Well, after the cone in the first one, I was just concentrated on getting a clean one, which I was thankfully able to do in the second run. And yeah, after that, I was in my head I wanted 53. So I knew it was out there. I made a couple mistakes, and this run was great. So I think that's about all we could get out of these cars.
All right, so we're going into tomorrow on this very different course. It's this course is probably the fewest amount of cones that you could put out on the course. You kind of walk it, you think that something might be missing from the course. Tomorrow, it's almost the exact opposite. I've been hearing drivers say that it's just super busy and you're constantly wheeling the car. Do you think that's going to play into it? Do you think you might have an advantage, or you're going to be looking for something there?
it's gonna be my second run today all over again. Just get a clean one. That's not even get a fast one. Just get a clean one. That's the only focus tomorrow. If I'm able to do that, then maybe I'll start looking at going faster.
All right, and Nick, you come from a region that only has a couple runways, and we've got a service announcement. Sorry, we're looking for Jackie Hill and Phil Gott. Jackie Hill and Phil Gott. Looking for. We're trying to get you to see the guy in the purple vest right now. Jackie Hill and Phil Gott. So Nick, you got to come up here. You come from a region that's full of slaloms. Do you think that's going to play to your strengths a little bit in that course? You're going to be confident going in despite a quarter-second deficit?
Yeah, no, this is autocross, and things can swing either way, and that course is quite a bit longer too. That course certainly is right at home of a Devons up in Massachusetts. There's nothing new, no surprises there. A lot of transitional stuff, and I know our car works really well in transition in particular, so I think the car's going to be even better, and we're going to make a couple more changes to, if the grip level's the same, probably make it even better tomorrow. But the course is nothing new. All of us know what we're doing, so we're going to have a great battle.
So one final question for you, Jeff. So coming into this, you have the Corvettes coming in, new to the class, the Corvettes against the 350Zs. Do you have any worries about the differences in cars, especially coming to this very fast, very sweeping course that has a lot of open area to see the C5s that have a little bit more torque than the Zs, or do you think what do you think of the course and the differences between the cars, and what do you think?
Well, out in SoCal region, I'm up against John Lugat every event. We have like national practice every event, and it's always been close. We have a lot of courses like this at El Toro, big wide open, and we're pretty close usually. So I wasn't too worried about it. I think the Z's have a little bit more in the steady state handling, and wherever we have that, it helps.
All right, awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm going to be looking forward to your battle tomorrow. Let's see if we can get out of the way here. We're going to get over to Pat. Pat Salerno. You had a pretty rocky start there in the beginning. What was it, the spin? Or kind of, sorry, not the spin. But you also had the car, you had the wheel bearing replaced just the other day, just to get it ready for Matthew to run, and then kind of started off a little bit slow, but then had to pick up the pace. So, what do you think when you saw the Cayenne, I think it was, in first place in the beginning, and then you were sitting around third?
Yeah, I got to tell you, everybody in this class is pretty strong. So